In Babylon, you know you want to be your love. In Babylon, you know they take everything you have. Give them love. In Babylon, the world comes tumbling down. For love from the ground, for love. So give me love, love, love. You give me love, love, love. You make my world a better place. With your love, 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 love. You make my world a better place. I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining down. Shine on the one I love tonight. I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one I love tonight. Underneath the wartime pine tree, the ancient Spanish moss is hanging down. You can ground tonight. We call the spirits to arrive. Thankful we are still alive. You make my world a better place. I remember when we used to sit in a government yard in Trenchtown. Our papas were being our hypocrites as they would mingle with the good people. The friends we are, good friends we are along the way. In this great culture, you won't forget your past. So dry your tears, I remember we used to with a color of your Georgie would light the fire bright. It was love was burning through the night. And we would make cornmeal porridge. Like the kids, I will share with you. In my feet is my holy carriage. So I'm to push on through. Everything is gonna be alright. 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 No matter everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. No woman, no. We'd like to change the pace a little bit here. Mr. Don Grant on the keyboards over here. Mr. Billy Bright on the Billy Bright on the guitar. Gonna play some mandolin. Sister Bryn Bright on the bass. She's older than the grave, but she just don't show it.
Good early evening. I'll bring that down a bit here. Is that too loud or too soft? Is it okay? Can you hear me in the background? Help me out, please. Give me Give me a 1, as as some of these characters in this business say. Is it okay, my bro? Dick Justice, how we doing out there, man? Is the music okay in the background and me speaking over it, or should I shut the music off, or should I shut me off? It's okay. Cool, Mr. Pads. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my bro. Thank you. Me fire a little up here. I'm speaking of my experiences with the legendary. I hope it's legendary. Where's my lighter? Oh shit. I come here with no lighter. I had 2 of my. Know where it is? It's got to be around, man. I can't do a show without my lighter. Here it is. I thought I was going to have to get up and get it. I didn't want to do that. But if I had to, I had to, because lighter is utmost important. It's utmost important. Thank you, McSmith. Thank you, McSmith. This is Peter Rowan and Crucial Reggae in the background here. This is an old classic song here. Whoa! Good thing I have a good lung power here, man. That was a good one, man. I'll tell you, I finished off my edibles today. Yeah, I threw this away. I threw it away. I'm picking it out of the trash, my little my wastebasket. My last bag of edibles here. The ganja belts. They were shaped like little rainbow belts. It says 60 milligrams each. They varied in size. Whoever cut them did not cut them with a ruler, shall we say. He might have been eating them as he went along. McSmith, I don't know, man. I'm not going to be doing too many bombs because these edibles. I did a bunch of them today, and I did an extra one. I gave my wife a couple. She thought I did half of what I did, and she gave me her half of hers, and I did. Let's see. According to this package, I did. Help me with the math. 6 times 6 is what? 36? Is that what it is? 6 times 5 is 30, and 6, 36. So 360 milligrams is what I did today. That's almost twice as much as the little packages we get around here. I looked around, man, and you can't get anything like this. This was sent to me by a gracious supporter out there, bro. And I got them on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 6 days I've been flying. No hangover there, bro. How hangover movies or what? Yeah. Sorry, Pidge. I was looking at something else. In fact, let me go back and just shout out to everybody that came in here tonight. Any and all that are in here, still in here, whatever, man. I got some good stories at the Providence Civic Center. Funky place here, funky place. Mr. Pads, first one in. Thank you, my brother. Jake the Snake. I didn't see Jake the Snake and Hogan there. I saw a lot of wrestling matches there, bro. Man, maybe I did. I don't know if I saw that one. I saw Hogan a bunch of times there. Carlos Mendoza, salute to you, Mad Chad, my brother. Dylan, yeah, Dylan was there many times. Not many times, a few times. Beavis, Phil, salute to you, brother. Carlos Mendoza, always showing great support. I hope you're feeling well, my brother. Dick Justice, Croatia's finest. Getting down here. Getting on down the line. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a good buzz on eating this heavy dose of edibles, man. More than I should have. G5 Jeff's TV, salute my bro, salute, man. How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. El Chino Boxing, salute my brother. El Chindo, man. Doug the guitarist. I'm so bad with even names I know. I get on here, I mispronounce. So I don't know. Maybe it's something about being on here, and I don't think it's anxiety because, bro, I I look forward to it, and this relaxes me, bro. So, but anyway, I do misplace names, but forgive me. Doug the guitarist, bro. Thumbs up, bro. Thank you, man. Everybody out there, give me a thumbs up if you can, man. I appreciate it. I think it does us good out here. Tupac, salute my brother. I'm puffing up a storm here, man. I got the edibles in me, but you know, I don't have to smoke. But it's funny. I don't know if anybody else fits into this category, but even if we eat some edibles, we have that habit that we like the cessation of the smoke. You know, and something about the smoke that I will be smoking, McSmith. You should be doing more than I am, man, because like I said, I'm on over 300 milligrams. It's got to be over because I'm going to say they put more in there because the price of what they sell these for and the price of what they buy their weed for, you know, you're better off overdosing a bag than underdosing a bag. Believe me, your product will be looked upon a lot higher if it has more in it. Like I said, overdosed. So pharmaceutical companies can't do that. Some try. The underground labs do that, but the edibles better overdose, and I think these are because there were a lot of them in there, a lot of strips. It said 20. They probably were 20, and 20 is a lot, man. 20 strips, 60 milligrams per strip, 1,200 milligrams for the package, and I finished it off in 2 days. My wife and I did most of it, and believe me, I was going to give somebody, and I didn't see anybody. Nobody came around, and when I went down to the corner there, I didn't have any in my pocket. I didn't bring any with me, and their loss, my gain. Tupac, my smoking brother, had to take a break when I saw you, man, because Tupac everywhere he goes, smoke him if you got him, bro. You know that, man. You know that, and I usually have them. The Providence Civic Center. Hogan and Jake the Snake. How do you know that, Mr. Pat? Did you see that on YouTube, or did you go there, or you know somebody that went there? Because I went to a lot of matches there. I was there 86, yeah, 86, man. Before that was a bigger time there in the earlier 80s during the Bob Backlund era, superstar Billy Graham. Hogan was just coming into his own then, but Andre the Giant, Chief J Strongbow, those guys. D-Ray, my bro. Salute, bro. Salute. Always good to see D-Ray in here, man. Good man out there. Good man. Supports all the channels. Always comes through. Shout out to D-Ray. I am down to where I asked where the sound was. Because it's crazy, you know. I like to shout people out, like I said, man. And I don't want to miss anybody, you know. If it wasn't for you cats out there, I'd be talking to myself, right? So, if I can bore you with me for a little bit, that's a rule. Yes, Mick Smith, for sure, for sure. That was at 8:08, 8:10. Yeah, I'm 2 minutes behind, but I get forward real fast, so I'm already to the top there. Yeah, Jake the Snake fought there twice. You know, there's so many wrestlers, man. So many wrestlers fought at the Providence Civic Center that I don't remember the matches. And I saw Hogan there. I saw Hogan there a long time ago, man. I saw him there. I think he was in a battle royale, and he got thrown out by Andre the Giant at the last. You know, him and Andre were in it the two at the end of it. And Andre threw him out. It was it was real fast. He didn't really make it. It wasn't a lot of Hulkamania going on and shit like that back then. It was before WrestleMania 1. That's how long ago it was. But the let's see. That's why I'm probably gonna jump all over the place with my interpretations, with my memories of the Providence Civic Center, because I'll be if I try to remember one particular thing, and like I said, man, my channel's about William Old School, bro. Salute, man. Tay Tay. See, I gotta keep an eye on the chat. I missed the lovely Tay Tay that came in here, man. So salute, Tay Tay. Hey, I have definitely got to keep my eye on the chat, man. So I'm learning as I'm going along, I guess. Tony Boswell. Tony, man. Hey, Tony, I'm on those edibles tonight, my brother. I think I got at least 360 milligrams in me, maybe more. I think they overdosed those suckers. Yeah, I collected my wrestling figures too as kids, man. I gave them away, but yeah, wrestling, man. Wrestling was, see, the Providence Civic Center was really, it was the only show in town. That it was all the concerts in town, all the rock concerts, all the big events, man, all the boxing. I remember happy moments there. I remember sad moments there. Um, it was it was a big place, and the city of Providence was dead in the 70s. It was dead. It was deserted. I mean, you could walk through there on a holiday. It was business. They had the banking industry and the insurance industry, the healthcare, this and that. But as far as nightlife and just being a vibrant city, restaurants, a lot of strip clubs, a lot of bars, man. I mean, really, it was it was clean. The mayor at the time, his name is Vincent Cianci. I have a picture of myself with the guy shaking hands with him up on Federal Hill. But he cleaned up the city, and he was involved in kickbacks and racketeering. He ended up doing time in the federal penitentiary, and I think he even might have he might have gotten reelected after he had gotten convicted. Man, the Providence took him back. I'm sure he did. The guy's fucking cool. He's a legend in Providence. Died a couple of years ago, and basically revigorated the city. He major construction. He had the cops, the vice squad. It was big at the time. They raided all these strip joints, all the bars. The mob had a big induction ceremony, and it was wired. It was like it made it made movies and shit. It was big. It was the New England induction of the Casa Nostra, and somebody wore a wire, some rat, and it was huge, man. I have to, excuse me, man. I need another hit. I have to go back and make sure I didn't miss anybody or anything. Yeah. I don't want to miss anything, because I'm seeing a lot of good stuff in there, man. I'm gonna catch up to it and stick with it over here, man. I don't want to miss anybody in here, man. Mrs. Knockout Boxing, shout out to you. Thank you for coming by. And Tony Boswell, I think I shouted you out. Tay Tay, salute. Thank you once again, man. Sister, I call everybody man. I call my wife man. Haven't quite lost that little dialect, I guess you might call it. I guess we all have it, but anywho, let me catch up with the chat here, man. Cause I do want to talk about the Providence Civic Center. The old wrestling days. Dick the Bruiser, Dick Murdoch. See, around here, yeah, Ken Patera was around here. William Old School. We had Bruno Sammartino. I think I saw his name up there earlier. You know it, Tony Boswell, my brother. You know it, man. We had Bruno. I saw Bruno. Man, I saw him at the Boston Garden many times at the Providence Civic Center, where I don't want to stray from my subject here, because the Civic Center was it was such a cool place. And wrestling, they had I mentioned the Royal Roost. It was this bar. It was they had I guess a catwalk, you would call it, around the Civic Center, and they had a bar up there. It was through the nosebleed seats, and then there was the door to the place. It was called the Royal Roost, and the drinks were cheap there, man. They were they were the same price as a bar on the streets. Demetrius Bright, salute, brother, salute, man. See, I get carried away, and Picasso, my brother, Picasso, man. You talking to somebody else, or to me, or I don't know, bro. But shout out to Picasso. And Demetrius Bright, my brother, salute, man, salute. But this place, the Royal Roost. I don't think a lot of you'd get 6,000-7,000 people. Andre, salute, my brother, salute. Keith Jarrett, oh yeah, I've seen Keith Jarrett before, bro. Awesome guy, man, awesome guys. I didn't see him at the Civic Center. I saw him at the Providence Performing Arts. Solo Keith Jarrett, mind blowing. But anyway, man, I don't want to lose my train of thought here. But I did. On the Royal Roost, like I was saying, it was a bar. Anybody could go in there, but it was funny. You go in there, there'd be 6,000 people at a concert, or that's really the only thing I went there is concerts, boxing matches, wrestling matches, to get my COVID shots. That was a. I guess that's another story, and it's funny. I put my YouTube my thing up here, man. I put my fucking what do they call it? You kind of your warning page, tells people you're going on, and I put the COVID shot in there, and right away I got a thing on my YouTube to get the latest COVID information, and I guess that's kind of good, Maybe I'll get more views. And, hey, but anyway, man, getting back to my Providence Civic Center, now called the Dunk. I forgot to mention that, but it started off as the Providence Civic Center, and the first concert I went to there, I think it might have even been the first concert they had there, 1972, and it was Deep Purple. So that was a long time ago, man. That was, like I said, 1972. Most of you cats weren't even born yet. But I remember sneaking wine bottles into that concert. It was funny because I went there with let's see, it was me and another guy, and a guy and two girls, man, 4 of us. We weren't dates or anything. We just hang around and shit like that. So, and we stopped at the liquor store. You could drink at 18 in Rhode Island back then. So I wasn't 18. I think it was 17, but there was somebody 18 there. So anyway, we loaded up bottles of sangria. That was a cool thing. Yago sangria. I don't know if you guys ever had that, man. Came in these bottles. The bottles were kind of long too, easy to stick down your pants. But anyway, I think we had about 6 of them. And one of the girls, she was a little timid about it, but she wanted to take one in anyway. She put one down her pants, and she got the security guard called her. It wasn't like today. Today they pat you down, metal detector. This was just, if they saw something out of the ordinary, then they'd pat you down, take away what you had and let you go in. But anyway, they got her a bottle of wine, and it was an old security guard, and he's going, one of these days, these kids are going to figure out how to get it by me. And we're walking by like 5 bottles. We got them in there, no problem, man. But anyway, man, that's the first concert I saw. I saw a question there by Mr. Pads, I believe. Was it fuck, man, I missed it, man. Mr. Pads, where is it? No, that's right. Yeah, Elvis. Excuse me for a second, man. I get a nose run all of a sudden. Maybe the sinuses or whatever. But anyway, good thing I got the Kleenex here. But anyway, bro, my no, I didn't go see Elvis. I was never an Elvis fan. But my roommate Jr. The guy who died the same day Marvin Hagler died, same age as Marvin Hagler, 66. It's funny. I got a call today. Some dude I went to school with, man, 66 years old. He died a couple of days ago. A year younger than me. Hey, everybody dies. But anyway, my buddy Jr. He went. We were roommates at the time, and he went to see Elvis. Him and his girl. He called it the Queen. This was before everybody around here. They call it the Queen. The Queen. He called his girl Queenie at the time, anyway, it was funny. But he went there and he was telling me how Elvis this and this. At the next year Elvis died, and but I didn't go there, Mr. Paz. No, sir. But I know somebody that did. My buddy Jr. And the Queen. But yeah, only hipsters listen to Elvis. I didn't. But the Providence Civic Center, the Royal Roost, the bar up there, and like I was saying earlier, man, the place would have they'd have 6,000, 7,000 people in there, but it seemed like maybe only 40 people, 50 people knew about the Royal Roost. And you could eat up there too. It was a restaurant and it had decent stuff. Nothing exotic, nothing fancy, but you get a nice steak up there. You get baked stuffed shrimp, veal parmesan, basic stuff, but it was good. And I think what happens is the city gave Providence a lot, the Civic Center Authority, they called it. They gave them a lot of money and they had to spend it, or the thing is, if you don't spend the money they give you, you don't get it back the next year. And I don't see how they made any money there, but they turned it over. The food was quality, it was fresh, and you could eat. And we used to go up there with 10 people, and everybody would eat, drink, dessert, and the bill would be like under $150. It was great. We went there and we're sure they made a mistake one night. It was really cheap, but who's gonna argue with a waitress when the bill's too cheap? But anyway, man, you could sit there, and if you had a ringside seat or something, then you go there when the main event's on. But during this time, man, you could go up there because they're drinks. You could bring them down there, but like I said, man, you got to walk up the flights, and it was comfortable up there. They had really a lot of room, air conditioned, comfortable chairs, a little bar in front of you, and fiberglass all around, so you could see. I don't know if it was fiberglass or if you could just see wide open. But anyway, a lot of good times up there. I mentioned about the Michael Brecker thing up there, where Joni Mitchell was playing there. I saw her at the Civic Center, and Michael Brecker's up there. He was buying us drinks. No, I didn't see Engelbert McSmith. I would have though, bro. If somebody bought me a ticket, why not? What the fuck? But I was up there one night, man, and this hot looking broad was up there, blonde, really stunning, decked to the nines, a 10, penthouse stuff. And every guy in the place was drooling over her, and she was real friendly too. She was, you behaved yourself up there. It wasn't you pinch her ass, you're getting your arm broken. One of those kind of places. Everybody was respectful, and there were a lot of women up there too. But anyway, this one stood out. She was a stunner, and we're talking to her. She was friendly to the guys I was with. I was with a couple other guys, and she's listening to us talking about the wrestling, because I don't know what it was, but she got in there and she's joined in the conversation with us, and she's telling us that she was superstar Billy Graham's girlfriend, and I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure she might have been for the night, but anyway, Phil Hill, salute my brother. But she talked to us for a while, and didn't get excited about the match. She didn't have a book in her hand. She was reading a book. There was no phones back then. No. If it was, forget it, man. But he did some His opponent was this guy Carlos Rocha. He was the champion from Portugal, and there was a lot of the Portuguese in my neck of the woods, man. I'm half Portuguese myself, Portuguese, greenhorn, whatever they wanted to call us back then. But anyway, man, this guy Carlos Rocha, he was from Portugal, from Azores. He had the Portuguese flag, and he was he was a face in WWE for a while in the late '70s. Him and superstar Billy Graham had a feud, and anyway, he cracks superstar Billy Graham over the head with the flag, busts the flag. Superstar Billy Graham is bleeding. This was before AIDS. Crowd's going wild. She's like, the match is going to be over pretty soon. I got to go. Billy, she told us Billy wins with his feet on the ropes. She left. Sure enough, a minute later, Superstar wraps him up in a small package, bang, bang, feet on the ropes for the 3 count. The place is booing like crazy. It was so fucking, it's one of those surreal moments you just remember for the rest of your life, But the Royal Roost, and like I said, I met Michael Brecker up there, and just a cool place, man. Yeah, superstar Billy Graham for sure. He was huge. I was way up in the Royal Roost while he was wrestling. See, we would normally have gone down to ringside or wherever. We always bought the cheap seats, and you could always. I mean, I knew one of the security guards. He wasn't an usher. A security guard. Security guards are much more powerful. He's the kind of guy who could let you pretty much do anything. And when he saw me there, he always hung with me because he knew I'd give him a ride home. I don't know how he got home, but in fact, now that I'm mentioning that, that's the son of a bitch that somebody told me he died today. Wow. Whew. Johnny B, salute, my man. That's almost sends a fucking chill at my spine. But he was there one night. In fact, I went to, I was at a wrestling match. I don't remember. Whatever one it was. In fact, he saw me in there, and he can I get a ride back? And I was with this other dude, but this other dude lived in Boston. I had a two-seater, and this cat was getting on the bus and going to Boston. I think he lived in fucking he was out on a work release, living in the Salvation Army or something like that. He had to be there. If he wasn't there by 7 the next morning, they had a warrant out for him. Kind of. One of my hard luck Charlie friends, but he was he loved wrestling like I did, man. Another guy who died with a needle in his arm. Sad, sad, but cool fucking dude, man. Another cat, but it's funny. Both of those guys from that Civic Center night are both gone. One just today, but shit, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, this cat Johnny B, man. Because he was a security guard there at the time, and he'd catch a ride home with me, and he asked me, he's like, he goes, "You come up here to watch this stuff?" And I said, "Yeah, man." And he's like, "Hey," he goes, "You don't know this is fake?" I said, "Of course I know it's fake, bro." I said, "Come on, John." And he's like, I don't get it, man." He goes, "This was like let's see, 1979, about 1979, 78, a little earlier, 78. So anyway, man, he's busting my balls about it. WrestleMania happens in 1985, and I see him with WrestleMania with his kids, and he's fucking, and I'm like, "Hey, Johnny, what's up, man?" And he's like, I said, yeah. He's like, "Oh, Hulk Hogan's here." He said, "Dude, don't you remember Hulk Hogan was at the fucking Civic Center?" He said, yeah, but it was fake back. I said, but anyway, man, that's just one of those memories. And boxing, bro, that's this is boxing. Well, I guess it all fits in. It all kind of fits in. Pink Floyd. I never saw Pink Floyd there. I saw so many concerts there, man. I saw the Grateful Dead. I saw the Grateful Dead there. I saw That's one thing I wanted to do. I want to write down some of I want to write down the concerts I saw there, but the way I write, I can't even read my own fucking writing. And most of the shit I just talk about it. I said, I want to come here and I want to show some of the fights, man. The boxing matches that I saw. Let's see if I can put one in the background here. Yeah. Put it up there in a bit. Right now, let's see here, man. Doing my StreamYard directing here. The concerts that I went to, the ones that I wrote down, and there's been so many more, man. So many more. Like I said, I saw the Dead there. I saw Deep Purple there. I mentioned. I saw Poco there. I can't even read that one, man. Oh yeah, Joni Mitchell concert with Michael Brecker and Pat Metheny. That was one of the best concerts I ever went to, man. I thought anyway. And I saw like Jackson Brown there. I saw Neil Young there. A lot of these concerts I didn't even want to go to. I was either with a girl or even a bunch of guys say, "Oh, we got an extra ticket, boy. You want to come? You want to come?" Sure, man, sure. Chicago, yeah, Mr. Pads. Mr. Pads, there was concerts. Back in the day, it was like, that's all there were concerts and concerts after concert. And, let's see, some of the other ones that I saw there. I saw B.B. King there, James Cotton Blues Band. They opened up for a lot of people, a lot of bands up there, man. I saw Billy Joel there. I mean, the fucking place it was concerts all the time. And it was the only venue in town for big shows. They had the Performing Arts Center, but that was more for more intimate seating. Sometimes the big shows would go there, but they'd sell out like boom on a day. And it's like boxing money. You're not gonna see fucking Bud and Errol come to the Providence Civic Center. I'd like to see it. That'd be a great place. Neutral territory. Come on down here, man, for sure. You'd be in Hagler territory. That would be that. And that's another one, man. I want to start. I want to get my head in the boxing frame of mind here, because boxing, man, I saw some killer boxing there. I saw some killer boxing at the Providence Civic Center. I want to make sure I don't get my music mixed up here. I'm gonna have to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch it around to one that I can put in the background. Tell me if this is if this volume is okay. This is one that I put in there the other day, so I'd have it. I have to make sure I got the right one here. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it right here. Yeah, that's it right there. Is that Jay Blues, my brother? Is that okay? I don't want that too loud and too overbearing on the event. Is that okay for background stuff? Jay Blues, my brother. Salute, man. I'm talking about my memories of the legendary Providence Civic Center. Now it's called the Dunk. It's corporate sponsors. That's the word. They got Dunkin' Donuts of all places. The Dunk. I guess it's kind of cool. Water. I got a call from my brother Big Duke a little while ago. We do fourth quarter on Friday evenings, 6:05. Fourth quarter talk. If you haven't subbed to that, man, give it a listen to him, man. Big Duke's he's my bro. He's very into nutrition and health, and he's a professional. Certifications. I have a couple, but Duke is recently certified. Currently, mine have expired, and man, Duke's up to date. He knows what's going on. He knows the latest. the latest discoveries. But anyway, he called me up. They're doing one on water tomorrow. He's got some guy who's I don't know, scientist or something, where he knows the difference in pH balances and alkaline waters and this and that. And um, I know the PBH, the PBH, PBT, whatever the fuck, the poison that go through the old plastics. But 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 they've gotten formulas to rid the plastics of that now. But he said something about sitting on a truck for 8 hours and seeing a boat going by. It's dark out there. It's been rainy but anyway, he told me about it, and he said, because him and I, he likes doing a show. We do a good show together up there, bro. We do different things. All the goal is to keep us and you all healthy as possible, as you want to be. Little tricks that we have. Like I said, I've been in the business for years and years and years. I don't want to get off track. That's what happens, man. My mind goes on these tangents. Also, when we're talking about something, and wow, it goes this way, and this one is this way, and but my original point, man. Boxing at the Providence Civic Center. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. One of the I've seen probably the greatest fighters that of our generation. I didn't see them fight each other there, but I saw them from there. I saw them fight exhibition one. I was there in 1978, 78 or 79. Muhammad Ali exhibition. He exhibition three local boxers. No, excuse me, three boxers, three rounds against three different fighters. One was Jimmy Ellis. We all remember Jimmy Ellis. Another one was another Ali sparring partner, and I'm sure he's in box rec. Alonzo Johnson, heavy guy, but he must have weighed 300. But anyway, he went three with Ali, and then this local guy, Dino Dennis, who fought Jerry Cooney, who fought George Foreman. He was he was the Rhode Island Hope for a while. I knew the first time I saw him that he was levels below the best. But anyway, man, Ali fought these three guys, and man, I could kick myself in the ass right now, because that night I could have gotten Ali's autograph. He was giving away autographs. He had already signed him. He had a box in him, but there was a line. A line had maybe 100 people in there. I was 18, man. I wanted to get onto the city of Providence, and stupid me. We left before. I didn't stand in line. Half hour waiting in line. I could have got a autographed picture of Muhammad Ali, and I didn't get one, man. But anyway, man, on that same card, Marvin Hagler fought too. He fought a guy named Bob Patterson, knocked him out early, and it was a Memorial night, a memorable night. Memorial Day is like what, next weekend or the weekend after, but that was one of my enjoyable nights at the Civic Center, man. I have William Old School. I went there a while ago, powerlifting meet. I was training this dude. He was anyway, man. I don't want to get off track here, bro. Love New Orleans though, bro. Love it. I was only there once, man. I had such a good time, man. Pretty good background stuff that I found here, man. I hope I don't get flagged for it, but we'll see what happens, man. Anyway, nine. No, it wasn't February. It was August 9th. No, September 9th, 1978. But yeah, I remember I went there with my friend Charles, and I was in the fourth row, man. The place it wasn't even packed. It was like I'm gonna say half full. There was hardly anybody there, and they asked everybody to move forward because it was on Wide World of Sports, and they wanted it to look like a full house. I almost guarantee they won't show the whole stadium, the whole Civic Center, man. But you could sit close. Me and my buddy Charles, we finagled a seat up in the fourth row, and it was like Sugar Ray Leonard, man. He's got Angelo Dundee, Yanks Morton against Floyd Mayweather Sr. And Floyd Mayweather's entourage was sitting to the left of me, very closely. They must have had 20 people there, and man, Floyd Mayweather in downtown Providence in 1978. Oh man, they stood out. They had blue suits, bright blue suits on, big hats. I mean, the ladies were decked fine. Even little Floyd Jr. was there. He was a baby there. He was like, in fact, I went back and looked at it because I thought it was Floyd. Thinking back upon it, I said, that looks like Floyd. I bet it is. And I looked, and sure enough, he was born. He was a baby. I guarantee it was Floyd. You know, who else would have a little baby? I mean, carrying him. I don't know what they call the little accoutrements that they put the baby in. But anyway, man, there's Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather Sr. And I was in the fourth row, and I saw the killer in Sugar Ray Leonard in this fight, man. First of all, I saw Floyd Mayweather impress me. He was rated number 4 Ring Magazine. You really didn't know. It was hard to get the WBA, WBC ratings. They didn't even have them in a lot of the magazines. They did towards the end there. They started putting them in towards the late 70s. After this, but before that, it was pretty much Ring Magazine, and Floyd Sr. was ranked number 4. And I heard somebody say, you look at this fight and you could see how Sugar Ray would have done against Floyd, because Floyd Mayweather Sr. You could see Floyd Jr. He has a little of that style. You can see where hey man, that's his pops, bro. That's the guy that used to take him to the gym. True students of boxing. Education is important, but boxing is importanter. Is that the way it goes? I think I'm going to get that T-shirt. But I saw first of all, I saw Floyd Mayweather Sr. really fast, great defense. He was landing some decent shots on Sugar Ray Leonard, man. But what I saw about Sugar Ray Leonard was, man, he wasn't the pretty boy. He wasn't the just the dancing man that a lot of people thought he was. He was in the trenches, and I saw a mean streak in his eye. When he got Floyd Mayweather hurt, I saw the killer instinct. I saw what makes a fighter. Something you don't see in fighters. Something that I don't know if you have to be born with it, if you can attain it, or if you can never lose it. I don't know, man. But Sugar Ray definitely has it. He had it in this fight. Because when he hurt some later on, man. Later on in the fight, it's a good tactical fight. Sugar Ray was on top of his game. I think this was only his 14th fight or so. Coming up, and people think Sugar Ray Leonard took the easy route, man. Sugar Ray Leonard took a tough route to the top. You look at his record, although he's only got, I don't even know how many fights, under 40 fights or so. It's just packed with talent, even in the beginning. He took on guys like this early in his career. He took on, that's the thing about my mind. I can't remember things when I want to, especially when I'm on here. But he took on Andy Price, took on Pete Ranzani, took on Tony Schiavone, he took on Marcus Geraldo. This is all before he faced Wilfred Benitez for that first title. He was a well seasoned and look too, man. He became a pro in '76, late in '76. He fought for that world title in what was it, '78? I mean, dude, today they have to get seasoned. No, don't rush him. And Sugar Ray Leonard, he fought Thomas Hearns 23 and 25 respectively. Hearns got the L. We heard more about Thomas Hearns after that L. I mean, he took 5 divisions after that. And Sugar Ray Leonard, man, he went in there with an L, and that didn't tarnish him a bit. So don't worry about those L's, fighters, bro. Learn from the legends and keep fighting the best, and we'll remember you as the best. And the money comes. And I don't know if boxing's like it is today. I don't know if they go through the gruelingness. Even like Sugar Ray Leonard, man. The dude was he was a natural, and he was well trained. He didn't slack off. He didn't have YouTube wars, Twitter wars. But we can see Floyd Sr. He has that same style as Junior, but Junior just would be throwing more punches, getting on the inside. But Sugar Ray is a tough guy to fight, man. A boxer slugger and fast. He did the Ali Shuffle in this fight. I don't know if he did it early in the fight when they introduced him. But I remember Floyd Mayweather Sr. throwing a combination when he came in, just like a warm up, like a shadow box. But it was like a 16-piece lightning fast, and I'm like, whoa. I said, this guy is not a setup. A lot of people, maybe that's where the place wasn't full. Around here, you can't sell a fight with one name, and people didn't know. It wasn't like Floyd Mayweather Sr. now. He could draw more people now at 60 plus years. I think he's about my age, maybe a year or two younger. But they couldn't sell out the Civic Center. It was on a Saturday afternoon too. That's another thing. Saturday afternoon selling out, tough. But it was cool, man. I was in the 4th row. I wish I remember what I looked like, but that's a memory, man. And Marvin Hagler, seeing him there was funky. I don't remember if he was at this fight because there we go. There goes Floyd doing his thing, and Sugar Ray Leonard. He didn't hit me. And Sugar Ray with those fast hands. I don't know if Hagler was at ringside. Howard Cosell announced the fight. I remember looking at Howard Cosell. He had the yellow jacket on. He was down there. But I saw Hagler fight there, man. Hagler was that was a fight, man. People don't talk about that fight with Hagler. Hagler fought Wilfred Scipion. That was for the vacant IBF middleweight title. Instead of just giving it to Hagler, they made that fight for it. But here's the funny thing, and this is something that you won't see today. They never talk about it. But that fight was only against Wilfred Scipion. I saw it at the Providence Civic Center. It was only for the IBF middleweight title. The WBA and the WBC weren't on the line. And the next fight Hagler had was with Tony Simpson. It was right down the road. It's in Worcester. I didn't go to it, man. I should have. I almost did. I went to see Billy Joel there like the week fucking before, and I couldn't talk to my wife at the time. But anyway, man, that was a strange thing in boxing, an abnormality, where the IBF title was the only one that Hagler fought for, and you didn't hear anything about the WBC or the WBA stripping him or taking a stipulation. Look at Sugar Ray Leonard pound on fucking Floyd Mayweather Sr. I wonder if that big guy in the front there was me with the yellow shirt. I don't know, man. With all the hair, maybe. I don't know. Could have been. I was doing a lot of drugs back then, especially back then. Sugar Ray, he knows he's got him. You know, we knew after a few rounds that Sugar Ray was just in charge. It was a punching bag, man. It really was. And he takes a beating. He doesn't go down easily. He's a Mayweather. And his family is screaming, man. They're going nuts. Oh, it was awesome. Jelly Bean, salute my brother. Salute, man. True beating, Andre. Definitely. I was amazed at ringside, but Sugar Ray, he had that killer instinct, and he was not looking at the referee to stop it. He might have been at the very, very end, but man, he was happy to oblige. He was there to. He was on the road to a title, and Sugar Ray was he didn't have mercy on his mind. I had more mercy on my mind for Floyd Mayweather. Like I said, I was in the fourth row. And fourth row, you go to a fight like this. You know what a punch sounds like from fucking welterweight in a heated fight like this, man. Oh, sounds like a shotgun going off. It's like pound, 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 pound. Dude, if you ever get a chance to sit ringside for a fight, do yourself a favor and do it. It's something you will not regret. And Floyd, though, he still comes back. He's still throwing punches. You got to give him credit, man. Live from Providence, Rhode Island. Yep. Here we go. Look at Floyd. Hey, Sugar Ray whining. I remember that too, man. This was long before Roberto Duran. Remember that move? He did that in the rematch with Duran. Not in the first fight. He wouldn't fucking try that shit, man. But he didn't want to give Floyd Mayweather any advantage whatsoever, man. Any advantage whatsoever. You know it, Tony. This was a great time to be growing up, because this was those every weekend fights. And I could have stayed home and watched this. I don't think they blacked it out in the area. They might have. No, I don't think they did, man. I really don't. And I know they can do that if they don't have a sellout within they do it with football games. They did that with Patriots game. Oh, look at that, man. There goes Floyd Mayweather Sr. down. It was a slip. It looked like a fucking right hand to me, man. Look at Leonard goes in for the kill. He thinks it was a right hand too. I haven't seen this fight in a long time. I think we watched it on Mad Chad's maybe months ago or so, a couple of months ago. Oh, look at Sugar Ray just beating the fuck out of him. Sugar Ray is a killer. Can you imagine that? I mean, these fighters, the instinct that this dude has, and the way he just throws it. And see, look at he's not reckless, man. He's stepping back, but look at how tough fucking Floyd Mayweather is, man. Wow. Dude. Fourth row, I could just remember this fight so clearly. This was good shit, man. And that's it, man. He can't. Sugar Ray kind of the look in his eye. I remember him looking at like, how come he's not going down? How come this fight's not over? And Angelo Dundee's just keeping him calm down. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't go crazy. Don't look for the knockout. Just keep doing what you're doing. And that's it, man. Sugar Ray. right back on track again. That's what he needed. He needed somebody like that to just get him back on focus. And I don't remember what was going on in Floyd Mayweather's corner. I think I remember him just laying back there and having that 1 minute rest from that beating. He knew he was going to go in there and get it for another 3 minutes. Because I thought this fight should have been stopped earlier. But man, it wasn't. And throw the damn towel in. Come on, Rock. And don't throw that towel in. And Rocky's got it in his hands. Look at Sugar Ray, man. Oh, man. He runs across the ring. Reggie Owens, my brother. Salute, bro. Salute. Picasso. Reggie Owens and Picasso and Tony Boswell and J Blues Radio, man. We're over here watching some Providence Civic Center action, man. I was talking about the concerts I went to over there, the boxing matches I went to, the wrestling matches I went to, the COVID vac I got over there, too. I got 2 vacs over there, the first one and the second one. That was the last time I went there. And it's funny because I went there, I'm getting the shot and I'm looking up and I can see the clock up there, And I'm saying, man, I remember sitting up there and looking down and I'm saying the ring is right where I'm standing was the ring, and Marvin Hagler's in this fucking ring, and Sugar Ray Leonard's in this ring, and Muhammad Ali's in this ring, and I'm sitting here getting the fucking flu shot, and it's like good fucking shit. Good fucking shit, man. And this is one of these fights, man. I'll take these memories to my grave over here, man. People talk around, oh, Sugar Ray Leonard, the GOAT, man. Sugar Ray Leonard, oh, Errol Spence would kick his ass, and but dude, at least I can just smile to myself and say, I saw Sugar Ray Leonard, man, and in his prime, nobody's kicking his ass, He went toe to toe with Roberto Duran and played Duran's game. And even Hagler said Duran was the hardest he's ever been hit by. And Sugar Ray Leonard got hit by 15 rounds, man. He just went against his. He went macho. Duran insulted him and threw his game plan off. Got in his head. But nobody's gonna stop a prime Sugar Ray Leonard, man. Him and Thomas Hearns fight. My brother Curtis Anderson up there on the right, man. He said the greatest boxer he'd ever seen, Sugar Ray Leonard. The greatest fight that he's ever seen. His favorite fight of all time, even the historical ones, was Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns. And I remember that fight. I didn't go to see that fight. I saw it on pay-per-view. I didn't pay. My buddy paid. We had, that was, oh, look at that. Look at Sugar. Look at the fight. Oh, damn. If he had connected there, I think Mayweather would have went down. But my buddy paid for that fight and saw it over his house. And it was an event. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns, that was an event. And the thing about that fight is, man, Sugar Ray, and his first title fight, his warm-up fight for that, his tune-up, as they say, give him an easy fight, give him a tune-up. His tune-up fight was a guy named Ahab Kauli. And if that name doesn't ring a bell, man, Ahab was he was the undefeated WBA junior middleweight champion. And that was Sugar Ray Leonard's tune-up. Sugar Ray Leonard won that title. He vacated it, and he went right to Thomas Hearns to unify his welterweight title. He had the WBC, Thomas Hearns, different route. He won the WBA, and they had that, that major fight. But Sugar Ray Leonard, man, this was before that. This was on his coming up. It was a great thing to see. I was lucky to be there. Providence Civic Center, man. That's what this little get together I'm having here is all about, man. I just wanted to share some of my fondest memories of the hallowed halls of the Providence Civic Center. I saw Bruno Sammartino there. All the concerts, probably most of them are, not most of them, a lot of them are with us, a lot of them are gone. But this fight here, man, sticks out in the memories, will never go away. I saw the greatness of Sugar Ray Leonard. I was a doubter. He was cool, and he was America's darling, and his story was really, really, You felt apathy with Sugar Ray Leonard. He fought his first fight for money for his mom or for his dad. I don't remember which one. But it was an operation. He needed 40 grand. He told his handler Mike Tainer, said, Mike, I need 40 grand. You get me a fight, and the rest is history. That's what Marvin Hagler resented. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard making that money in his first fight, and what did Hagler make? A few hundred? You know? Doesn't seem fair at all, but anyway, man. Sugar Ray got that gold medal, and back then a gold medal was it was a sure key to in 1976, America did not have they had one American world heavyweight champion, that was Muhammad Ali. But every other champion, every other division, they were all from a foreign country. So therefore, boxing was big around the world, but the Americans, they wanted hometown heroes. And who was the number one who came out of that Olympics, man? And we're talking about the Spinks brothers, Howard Davis Jr., Leo Randolph. I guess a lot of you don't know. Well, anyway, man, the darling of that Olympics was right there, man. Sugar Ray Leonard. Big John Tate. Another great story. Another guy, man, Big John Tate. I guess he just didn't have the chin or something about it, man. He could have made a lot of money if he had survived that one more round with Mike Weaver. He was set for a big fight with Larry Holmes. But he ended up with a co-main event with Trevor Berbick. Got planted, turned his back on Trevor. He was never the same after that, man. I think he might have passed. I'm not sure, but I remember the John Tate's comeback. It was successful. He came back against no, that wasn't his comeback. It was Dwayne Bobbick's comeback. It was undefeated John Tate. But anyway, he was going to fight Jerry Cooney. Cooney got fucked up in that fight. Cooney could have got over $1 million, $1.5 million. This was after the Holmes fight. Cooney was just too fucked up. Short Bus Gang, salute, bro. Who are you, Short Bus Gang? Well, don't worry, we wrench everybody up in here, man. I'm in StreamYard right now. I'll wrench you up when I look at the stream again, bro. We is going through my my formative years over here. Formative years of boxing. Seeing a live fight over here. I don't think this was the first live fight I saw. It might have been. Might have been, man. It's hard to remember. A lot of people would remember the first fight they saw, but I didn't go to a lot of live fights. I've seen live fights. Maybe a lot to some people, but maybe 20. That's not a lot. Yes, man. Yes, sir, man. Sugar Ray Leonard. He wants to go toe-to-toe here. And Floyd Mayweather Sr., you can see, this is very admirable. He could have quit earlier. He could have said, let me get out of here. No. Because, see, Floyd Mayweather Sr., he was a top contender here. If he had somehow had a really good showing, went to a split decision, knocked Sugar Ray Leonard down, which happened. Not for a long time. Not for I think it was the rematch with Hearns. The fight with the bout with Lalonde, but Sugar Ray Leonard had a solid chin, and he took some serious punches from Hearns, from Duran. Marvin Hagler. You know, the dude had look at the fucking left hook. And now he's really putting a hurting on. I think this is when I looked in his eye and I saw the killer instinct. I saw the hawk, like the hawk swooping its prey. And Sugar Ray just said, "Fuck this! This fight's over." Look at that side to side. Look at him walk around. Oh, damn! My God. Sugar Ray Leonard at his prime, and the fight goes on again. Look at this, man. This is got to be the last round. I think it was, man. Because I this fight didn't. You know, I'm so bad with numbers and shit, specifics of the fights. I just remember Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather, and it was a tough fight. It didn't go the distance. Sugar Ray, when he saw the knockout was evident, he went in for the kill. And I think he saw that a couple of times, but Mayweather, being the tough dude that he is, he was either undefeated or one defeat. I think he was undefeated with one draw. I'm not one of these whizzes who can come up with records and shit, man. Yeah, but what a fight though, Tony, huh? What a fight, man. That's why I wanted to share this one tonight. You know, I said I'm gonna talk a little bit about my my Providence Civic Center experiences. And I said I think people will find that kind of interesting because I sure as hell do. And I like sharing this time at that fucking carnivorous building built on the side of Route 95, halfway through New York and Boston. Not halfway through, but 3/4 of the way through. You're in the home stretch when you pass the Civic Center, and believe me, you pass it, you see it, you could, man, if you had you could do a drive-by, you know. It's that fucking that clear. And you know, some of the other boxing I saw there, man. I saw I was there one night and Robbie Sims was fighting. I can't even remember who the hell Robbie Sims was fighting, man. But anyway, sitting in front of me was Lou Duva and his son or his brother Dan, and the Petronellis, Goody and Pat Petronelli, and Shelley Finkel, young Shelley Finkel, you know, the young rock star promoter, man. That's why Shelley Finkel got into boxing. He promoted a concert I went to. Watkins like, oh, look at that. Sugar Ray saw the end in sight here. But yeah, man, fucking Sugar Ray's ready for the kill here. But anyway, man, Marvin Hagler was on his feet during his brother's whole fight. He was telling him, Hagler was boxing. Hagler was fucking. Oh, look at Sugar Ray Leonard, just unbelievable. Those lightning fast combinations. Has Mayweather had enough? No, he wants to go back. He wants it again. Look at this. Look at this fucking shit. Woo! Oh man, Sugar Ray's got the fucking heavy bag here. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. Look at Sugar Ray. Just right hand crazy, man. Try, you know it. Come on. Look at this. Look at this. Come on. Oh, the round is over. Oh no, it's gonna go to round 9. Can you imagine this, man? Mickey Ward's brother, Dick Eklund. Yep. Yeah, Dick is credited with knocking down Sugar Ray Leonard. It was right around this period. Sugar Ray fought at the Boston Garden. He fought Dick Eklund, and Dick Eklund he slipped. There was a trip and a punch at the same time, but it wasn't a solid punch. And he's credited with knocking down Sugar Ray Leonard. And Dick Eklund, man, you watch the story. Crack on Main Street, man. It's a documentary. You know, Dick, reformed crack addict, and man, he was bad. Something on Crack Street, Panic on Crack Street, but it's an HBO documentary, wicked good shit. And man, yeah, look at Sugar Ray Leonard. He had the look in his eye. Look, he's going out for the kill here. There's no bullshit here. Leonard's going to tell the referee, stop this fight or I'm going to kill this fucking guy. And Sugar Ray would tell him too, man. Sugar Ray would tell him, and he's not fucking around here, man. He's not going to let Floyd Mayweather get set. He's not going to let him get any offense whatsoever. He's going to go in for the kill. You can see him. He's just fucking getting set. Right hand. He's going to just destroy him. He's going to start with these combinations, and it's just hard to believe that Mayweather is coming back for more. I can only imagine how Floyd Mayweather Sr. would fare today amongst these welterweights. Look at him, man. He's on his fucking toes. Shout out to fucking Floyd Mayweather Sr. And he was in that scramble in the welterweights in the 80s after Sugar Ray retired, the late 70s, the 80s. You know, the Marlon Starlings, the Donald Currys, the fucking Milton McCrory. He did a jail stint. He got busted after this fight. I think it was for coke, and then he ended up getting shot. But he beat this up and coming dude. His name was Floyd. His name was Barrett, Jose Barrett, Jose the Threat Barrett, and Jose the Threat Barrett, very similar to Edgar Berlanga today. He's a Puerto Rican knockout puncher, knocking out everybody. Floyd Sr. was sent in there as another knockout victim, which he's about to become right now, man. I mean, Sugar Ray is just tired of this shit. You know, Floyd just tried that combination that he came in the ring throwing, but I mean, he wants his payday. He wants to go back to Detroit, man. This is already getting ugly here, man. And at ringside, people are yelling, "Stop this fight! Stop this fight!" He's not protecting himself. You can tell the beating's inevitable, and we already saw a tremendous beating. We didn't want to see it anymore. Look at his hands just dangling there, man. He's still throwing punches. He couldn't stop it. This is a warrior, bro. This is where Floyd Jr. got his shit, bro. He's a sire, man. This is look at him. Ropes are holding him up. Sugar Ray Leonard, he knows he's a fighter. They're both fighters. He's trying to hang on. No way. Man, they don't let fights go on like this anymore. It's not. See, this was before Ray Boom Boom Mancini and Dooku Kim. This was before that. There were a few deaths at the time. Johnny Owens, Gaetian Hart, was that his name? Gaetian Toner. I can't remember his exact name, but I can't believe that they're not letting this fight go on. I hope. I don't know what this is here, man. Somebody died or something, man. Or are they showing the? I don't know, man. But get me back to the Civic Center, ABC. No, Ray's not left-handed. Come on, get me back to the fight. What is this? The fight. It's a fight. Was the fight over? Let me. Oh, here we go. No, I knew it wasn't over. See, all that took place in less than a minute. There we go, the 10th and final round. It does not go to the bell. I can assure you that. Excuse me. Back to the fight. Now, Ray's an orthodox fighter. He leads with that left jab. Okay? Now, Sugar Ray Leonard is. It's hard to believe that even after seeing this fight, I thought this fight was over in the 8th round or the 9th round. You know, you see so many fights that you don't remember the exact round, but you do remember the ending. You remember Sugar Ray Leonard just with that look in his eye where I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. Stop this fight, referee, or this guy's gonna die. This is what they, you know, that was the attitude. They talk about how tough the fight was, and I say to him that you didn't die. Look at this, man. Hey, Sugar Ray thought he was going down, but Mayweather, tough thing. Oh, look at this, man. Leonard has got to. He's in killer mode here, and the referee's stepping in there. Nope, he's not even. Is he going to stop the fight? Yeah, that was it, man. Yeah. Sugar Ray was going to do Showtime on him. I mean, shit. Great stuff. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Do another hit. Because like I told you earlier, man, I did those edibles, man, and I'm fucking blasted. Having a good old time, man. One more fight at the Civic Center. Oh, this is one. You know that it's a good thing that I wrote it down. I loaded it in my bookmarks over here. And that was I went to see Vinny Paz at the Civic Center, man. I saw Vinny Paz there a couple of times. I mean, at the Providence Civic Center, dude. If they could give you a bump every time you went in there, I'd get a year's free passes. Seriously, hundreds of times. In the hundreds, so many times, and one of the times I went there, it was Vinny Pazienza and Harry Arroyo, but Vinny was my man, but the fight I wanted to see was Marlon Starling and Johnny Bumpus. Starling was the USBA, I think it was USBA champ, welterweight champ, and let's see if I can find this one here, man. I think I can. I'm trying to get smoother at this. Let's see how smooth I'm getting here, bro. But anyway, man, this was at the Civic Center. What was the year, man? I am so bad. I'm so bad with dates. But it was on the undercard or co-main event as we call them today. But it was actually shown after the Vinny Paz fight. Vinny Paz he laced Arroyo. He destroyed him. It was a shutout. Vinny was showing off and stuff. Arroyo was a shot fighter. His better days were earlier in the 70s and the mid 80s. This was later on, man. But Vinny had his way, and they made us wait. They had such a long wait between fights because the Marlon Starling fight, Marlon Starling and Johnny Bump City Bumpus, who they were pushing up there, man. But Marlon Starling, I had faith in Marlon Starling, and if you watch this fight, man, like I said, let me through the magic of my sharing capabilities over here, see what we got going, and let's see if it happens to the best of my abilities. And yeah, we got it here, man. There's a young, handsome Magic Man Marlon Starling being interviewed before the fight. And like I said, he's fighting Johnny Bump City Bumpus. And we all remember Bump City Bumpus losing his junior welterweight championship. He got knocked out by Gene Hatcher. Got iced by Gene Hatcher. And so Bump City Bumpus is with Lou Duva, and he's being pushed up to welterweight now. And Marlon Starling, former champion, they said let's throw him in there with Marlon Starling, get a name on his recognition, get some recognition. We'll get him a title shot. And here he goes, man. This was like I said, it was the co-main event, but a lot of people had already gone home because there was a lot of time to taken between fights. But people that were boxing fans, they stuck around. But yeah, this was a very interesting fight because you'll notice Memphis starts quickly, but Marlon Starling, like a USBA, which was USBA was a prestigious title. Unc, what's happening, Dre Finest, man? Thanks for coming by. Thank you all for coming by, man. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. I appreciate it so much, man. Talking about my memories of the Providence Civic Center. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody coming in here, man, because I start to get absorbed in myself. I start talking and I start thinking, and I think I caught everybody that's coming in so far, man. Yeah, I did. I hope I did. But if I didn't, man, shout out to you. I will catch you as soon as my eyeballs focus, and I do catch you. That's another story. Oh, damn. Ba, ba, ba. Digging on some memories of the Providence Civic Center, and this was a fight that I went to see. It was an afternoon fight. I think this was Sunday afternoon. Vinny Paz, the hometown hero. A lot of people left, like I said, after the Paz victory. A lot of his fans left, and this was another one, man. Like I said, you could move up if you weren't happy with your seat. They didn't care, man. The ushers didn't care after the first fight. Most people were seated, and their job was done. Security handled it if there was any shit, and they didn't care. See, Memphis has got that one defeat. They still have hope in him. Georgie Benton in his corner, man. This is real boxing over here, man. Marlon Starling. He's got those 3 defeats, 2 to Donald Curry, and his other one to Marlon Ares. I believe so, but Marlon Starling is not through in his illustrious career. But this could have been a disaster, man. Lou Duva plays a trick in this fight. There's already I don't know what's going on here, man. His shoe untied, some bullshit. But I thought this was too big a step for Bump City Bumpus. He's actually bigger than Starling, but Starling just seems physically more imposing. He had a different body type. But this was the fight I was looking forward to. Like I said earlier, man, I was more a fan. My fanboy days were gone, but being liking the hometown heroes and shit, man. Starling was from Hartford, Connecticut, not too far away. New England, New England Patriots. We're all one over here, man. Rhode Island, Maine. Me and Mad Chad. I mean, we have this Homer thing where we go for the locals, and Marlon Starling, and I dug him. He was a great welterweight. I mean, he got some bad breaks, and man, tough era. He was around in the era of Donald Curry, and those guys. They went to their fights were majority decisions, and split. I think one was a split decision, and one was a majority decision. But I mean, those two guys could they could probably come up now and still box each other for 15 rounds and it'd be a split decision either way. But Starling was far from through. That knockout with Molinari's was flash and it was weird. And check that one out after the bell. But Starling proved that he still had that hunger in him, and he he proved that against Bumpus. See, Bumpus is starting early, and Lou Duva knows that. Lou Duva knows that Bumpus is winning those early rounds, but Starling, he's actually using his strength. He's bullying the bigger man, the taller man anyway. Man who actually weighs a pound more. He's using his strength. Being a natural middleweight, he just has that center of gravity. But Bumpus, he was knocked out. When he was knocked out by Gene Hatcher, he just didn't look right. He just, kind of, they almost looked like they're maybe too tall for their weight. I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't have that balance that Starling has. You can see as Starling's always moving forward. And, what happened in this fight is Bumpus gets cut. So a little later on in the fight. And Lou Duva, he knows the rule. If it goes beyond the fourth round, then it goes to the scorecards. And he doesn't work on the cut. He actually, I think he opens the cut more, so the fight gets stopped, and it goes to Bumpus on the scorecards. And it was a lousy decision. Starling he got the bad end of that one. But hey, man, that's boxing, and Starling went on. And in fact, I talked to him about this fight. I was fortunate enough to I was going to get him on my show. This show right here, the one I did a couple of days ago. I keep forgetting if this is Wednesday or Thursday. Doesn't matter. Retired. My job is boxing. But Starling couldn't get his internet connection going. We tried. We had him up to where he was in the studio here and backstage, but device not connected. He couldn't get the camera on his computer to turn on. It was like it was futile, but it was fun at the same time because I says, Mom, I'm just going to turn the mic on. We'll talk over the phone. I held the phone to the microphone, and for about the first half hour or so, we just bullshitted on the phone. And oh man, great guy, great, veteran. And right here is where you can really appreciate what they were cut from. Because Marlon Starling is brought in here to lose. Bumpus is part of the Duva. I think Top Rank was they were all one. Main events. Top Rank was all. Lou Duva supplied the fighters. And Dan Duva, the promoter. So nepotism, but Bumpus was a fighter in the Duva stable. USBA welterweight, and the thing about that, USBA welterweight today it means kind of nothing, but back then that was a precursor to a title shot. There were no interims, there were no, there were eliminations and so-called mandatories and this and that. But that USBA title, that would get you a world title shot. Got many fighters have had the USBA, including Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, fucking Hagler, and the NABF was like the USBA was WBC and the NABF was the WBA. This was pre IBF days. Never mind WBO. This light is almost dying, and I had a blue one around here somewhere, but I almost don't need it anymore because I'm getting good. And those edibles that I ate a few hours ago, will be gone. But you can see Marlon Starling, he stays on top of Bumpus. But Bumpus, slick boxer. He was from that 1980 Olympic team that never went to Russia. But Johnny Bumpus was one of the top American Olympians at the time, and that was just after the class of '76, where the Olympians knew by looking at guys like Sugar Ray Leonard, the Spinks brothers, Howard Davis. You won a gold medal. You made a good showing in the Olympics. Then your pro career was skyrocketed on the first fight. You were in demand. They were looking for. You didn't go looking for a promoter. A promoter went looking for you. And that's the way it was with Johnny Bumpus. He didn't pan out. And with this fight, I almost think Lou Duva almost kind of knew it, because you can see Marlon Starling. He's imposing his will. He's got Bumpus against the ropes, and he's landing. Bumpus is winning a lot of these rounds, though, by stealing the rounds, using his quick combinations. And right here, we also have another case of the promoter's son supplying the fighters. So, Marlon Starling, he's got the deck stacked against him in this fight, and he knew it. We talked about that. And it's on national TV, too. So, back then, man, that's the way we watched fights. Afternoon still gave us the night off, man. It's a good thing. Now I like them when they're at night, because that way, well, not too late at night. The Showtime fights are nice because they're under the contract of Showtime, where they have to be on from 10 to midnight. It's great. But when they just have the pay-per-views and they don't start, man, sometimes, Christ, I was trying to watch the Kovalev card the other night. 1:30, the main event hadn't started. I couldn't stay up any longer. But I certainly used to appreciate the days where they would show these fights at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and you'd have the whole night to yourself. It was great stuff, man. Salute, punching bag skunk. Yes, sir. The Civic Center was definitely a cool place to see a fight, and it was new back then. Not new, but they kept it clean because, like I stated earlier, Providence had this mayor, Vincent Cianci. Man, I'll tell you, you want to watch something cool? Go check out this thing, and it's a podcast. I think it's called the Prince of Providence, something like that, man. But Vincent Cianci, Mayor of Providence, and the podcast is, I listened to it, and these guys put it on. It's fucking 100% because I lived through it, man. I saw it. Didn't you knew the characters in there, being such a small state, like what's going on, all this shit. Your job as the director of the Providence Civic Center. That's all that shit. Those were appointed positions in a small state like this. It's all payoffs, and I mean, this is the way it used to go down. The feds got in, and these people did time. This was stuff with this was fucking 007 stuff. Guys going in with wires before wires were the thing. With microphones in their briefcases full of cash. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they got all kind of stories. And being a small state, I mean, the guy who took down Cianci, they called him, man. His kid worked at the same gym that I worked at, man. So he was telling me stories about his father, and his father ended up, it was crazy stuff. But and all this stuff, it's all in documentaries out there. Real interesting shit, man. And it's all real stuff. It all really went down, and people will not believe it. But the state of Rhode Island is just so not now, man. I guess it's cleaned up now because now it's all so much accountability. And back then it was they had fucking guys who knock on your door and you better do what we told, or that's what it is. You come out the next day, you got 4 flat tires and fucking smashed windows all the way around, and nobody saw nothing. I don't know shit about fuck. I was the fucking that's Rhode Island for you right there, man. But anyway, man, this fight brought a lot of people in, but you can see the place is relatively empty in the background there. See all those that red? That's all empty seats. And this place, man, they used to have concerts in there. Vinny Pazienza, I saw Vinny Paz in there one night, man. He fought Joe Frazier Jr. And the Providence Civic Center. Look at Lou Duva over with Marlon Starling. Look at this shit, man. Look at this, bro. Oh yeah, baby. Fucking Lou. And now, man, now this is a grudge fight, and Marlon Starling knows he's got Johnny Bumper's cut, and was this Wide World of Sports, or was this Sports World? I think this was NBC. My man. But all those, man, CBS Sports Spectacular, Wide World of Sports, and NBC Sports World, they were fucking incredible in their day, man. They just see, in this one here, like I said earlier, they had the Paz fight on. Salute Derek Bailey. And I dig music too, man. I don't know what I'd do without music. Music and weed, boxing, and then the interlude, man. I think what is it, the Hell in a Cell match this weekend? I know there's some main event wrestling, some pay-per-view, the live from the Providence Civic Center, Providence, Rhode Island. Yes, sir. Live from an empty Providence Civic Center. And the thing is, they opened the doors back then. They just opened the doors when the once the fight is the main event, where after this fight's over, the place is empty an hour. But right now they have the doors open, and you could come in if you wanted to. You could stand there to get a seat. It's not like it is today. Today you have to go through the metal detectors and everything else. But surprisingly, nobody's there. Nobody's there to watch this fight, except the paying people. They couldn't give tickets away, so to speak. They were there for Vinny Paz. If you watch his fight earlier, and you can't see one of those orange seats in the place. The Tasmanian Devil. But I stuck around. I stuck around for this fight, and like I said, it was a bad stoppage. I really thought Starling was just starting to dominate this fight. That's just generic stuff, Derek. I don't know who it is, man. Just kind of, I don't want to play it too long, because I might get whacked with it, but Journeyman Black, salute my brother. Thanks for coming by. I like the music though. That's the thing. It's really, you walk a fine line with YouTube, because they're StreamYard gives you this music and you can play, and it's so boring. I mean, see, if I'm really stoned, I can fucking maybe bop my head to it, but everybody's got it on during their shows, and you know, I guess you have to do it to stay in the community guidelines. You know, if you don't want to get flagged. But see what happens, I get copyright acts, but then they tell me that it doesn't affect my the only thing it affects is my ability to make money on my show. But I don't I never get any money from YouTube before, and I didn't even know how they do it. But anyway, man, I gotta have something in the background playing, and I'm looking to find somebody who can give me uncopywritten music. I haven't found it yet, and if this dude who I'm playing his music, if he copyrights it, then he can get whatever money comes in, because I own nothing here. I do this for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. Right now, it's keeping us entertained and kicked back while we're watching Marlon Starling and Johnny Bump City Bumpers from the Providence Civic Center. And man, yeah, I want to tell you the fights that I shared there. Oh, the Vinny Pazienza. The place had more people there than any event at the time at the Providence Civic Center. I think they had like 15,000, where the place is 12,000, and they had people crammed in. And I mean, really, you couldn't buy a ticket. I went there with a few people. I already had a ticket. How did I? Some guy that I used to live with, he worked at Merriam Hospital, and we called him up and told him to get the tickets, and we'll meet him up in Providence. And me and this other cat went up there. We had dinner, and we went to the Civic Center. We saw Vinny Paz. The place was packed. Like I said, man, you couldn't get a ticket. And it was Joe Frazier Jr. And just the name, Joe Frazier Jr., that kind of made me take notice. Because, Vinny Paz was a local kid. And the old timers, they said, nah, he wasn't appealing to them, maybe because of his showmanship, or I don't know what it was, bro. But anyway, I wanted to see if he had it, and I figured Joe Frazier Jr. is going to give him a tough test. Hector Frazier was his name, and I couldn't find a tape of that. I looked around, I couldn't find the recording of that fight. But I definitely found this week Providence Civic Center recording. But anyway, that fight was so packed, and we were fucked up. We were eating Vicodin, and we went out, we were smoking some good weed, all fucked up, man. One of like I said, the dude that was up there with me, he worked at Merriam Hospital, and he had access to, it's been, goddamn, it's been almost 40 years, and he has access to the pharmaceutical department at the time. They weren't under such scrutiny as they are now. So he would come out with a fucking bottle with 1,000 Vicodin in there. He'd have it in his bedroom. Hey Sarge, you got any Vicodin? Oh yeah. How many you want? Give me 20. He would naturally go away from the National Guard, and he'd come back. I thought I had more in this jar. I don't know, but anyway, man, God bless the Sarge. I'm gonna see him at a class reunion I have. He moved away, married some broad, and I think he lives in Florida. But I should see him. And see, this is where Lou Duva stopping this fight. Starling's got a cut. Bumpus has got a cut on him, and Duva wants to stop the fight. Go to the scorecards. And Lou Duva, man, this was bullshit. I did not like the way this fight ended whatsoever. And Vinny Paz, huge night, huge fight. Vinny Paz really showed. He showed he had something special. There's Dan Duva. He passed away. He's in the ring there. A lot of blasts, a lot of Hall of Fame, shall we say, boxers who have been elected to the Hall of Fame. Terry Norris, he's in the Hall of Fame, and he's not in a good way. Drew was mentioning him on his show today, and I went and looked at a little bit of his shit, man. He's got Parkinson's, and I can't remember the technical name for the other syndrome, but something with fighters. But see, Lou Duva, now he's closing the fight, but he wasn't closing that fight. It's the cut closing the fight. He wasn't closing that cut when they were just slugging it out. And the Civic Center, man, that was a great memory. This was a great memory here too, man. This was a great memory here too. Clash of the Heads, initiated by it wasn't intentional. It's boxing. But Lou Duva, and there's Shelly Finkel back there, man. The bald head. That's the guy who produced Watkins Glen. He was sitting at the Civic Center that night that I was in there, man. When Hagler's brother was fighting. Oh yeah, man. There's some boxing royalty in there right now, man. But anyway, man, another quick memory here of the Civic Center. There was it was a sad memory, man. They'd also have they showed closed circuit fights there, and they had a live fight card, and they also had a they give it to. They look at Marlon Stahl. He knows he's screwed. He knows he's screwed. He knows that the cards are stacked against him. Promoter, trainer, house. But another time I had a good fucking memory of the Providence Civic Center. Was Ali's. It wasn't his last fight. It should have been his last fight. It shouldn't have even happened, man. Shouldn't have even happened. It was the fight with Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes, man. Ali's next to the last fight. And man, I'll tell you, they had a live card first, some local fighters. I think Sugar Ray Oliveira fought on the card. He was from Fall River, Mass. They would. You can catch him on ESPN fights, on ESPN Tuesday night fights and shit like that. But anyway, man, Ali and Larry Holmes, and you could have heard a pin drop when they, walking out of that place. It was a pretty full crowd too. They had the wide screen there, came down over the ring in the middle of it. You could see a good picture wherever you sat, and you could have heard a pin drop, man. When Muhammad Ali got the shit kicked out of him. It was a sad thing, man. Sad thing. But like I said before, man, it's boxing, it's life, It's a game where we all have a shelf life. We have to take advantage of it when we do. And some boxers, they think they're going to be around forever. They think they're going to be on top of the heap for forever. It does not happen, man. Nobody beats Father Time. That's why a lot of when fighters come in today, I look at them and it's like I forget what they were in their last fight because they fight so infrequently. It's like I can't remember his footwork. I can't. Can he slip punches? Does he have a good counter? Has he fought in any southpaws? No, because it's been he's fought 2 times in the last 3 years, and I guess it's boxing today. It's a whole new sport. If I want to enjoy it, I better get used to what it is. But the Ali fight was a sad night there. There were many happy nights there too, bro. It was boxing at the Providence Civic Center. Wrestling at the Providence Civic Center. Music, concerts, man. Like I said, concerts every weekend there. That was probably the thing. It would be hard. Yeah, I think concerts, more concerts, because even when I was in my really my late teens, my early 20s, that's when the Civic Center opened in '72, and it was every weekend there was something going on there. So many concerts, Dan. Damn, it was a good time, to be a kid with that like to get out and rock and roll, man. But it was a lot of fun. The Providence Civic Center, a lot of good memories there, man. I'm sure I missed a few. It is what it is. We certainly will come back sometime and talk about it again. But anyway, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate anybody that came out here, man. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Great evening for me. I'm kicking back. I've done some very good edibles, plus a few blasts on the Toker too. So I'm feeling good over here. I'm going to bounce around, see what's going on. Maybe crash in around an hour or so. Maybe not. I don't know, man. I don't know. You don't have to sleep much when you get older. At my age, man, 6 hours tops. I try to get more, but I can't do it, man. Like this morning. Now this morning, I think I got to bed a little bit late last night, 12:30 maybe. At 12:30, I think I might have crashed. You know, it's funny because I get in there and a good hour before I close the eyes, I put the television on and kick back, man. Jay Blues, man, thank you for coming by here, bro. Appreciate it, man. Much love, man. Much love. Much love. And I don't take anything. You know, I have melatonin in there. It's 10 milligram. Last time I took them, I cut them in half. I took a 10 milligram once, and it was like I just don't like that feeling that the next day, and even the sleepiness. It's not real sleep. And anyway, even I like sleeping really naturally, waking up with a clear head. The weed, it's gonna help me sleep better. And when these edibles, you wake up a little bit groggy. I'm not gonna say 100% clear-headed, a little tiny bit, but it's nothing, man. It's not a hangover. It's not a headache. Nothing. No shit like that. That's a no-no. That's why alcohol would fuck me up, man. I'd forget about going to the gym the next day. You know. Forget about doing any on a good, like if I drank as much as I smoked today, the equivalent. Well, edibles. That's why I think I'm so high today, because I did those fucking hippie belts or whatever the hell they were called. I don't even remember anymore. I'll remember in a sec, but you probably won't be here when I do. But yeah, I've got 350, maybe even more, because I didn't really count the exact amount of the gummies that I did, the edibles, but they stayed solid in the package. I had 3 packages, and I got it during a lot of high humidity around here. And the first ones I opened, they were the strongest ones, and they were 100 milligrams per gummy. I don't know if any of you guys ever bought gummies before, but most of the ones around here, they're 100 milligrams a package. Oh yeah, see, look at these guys. Here we go, man. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have been watching this. I'm gonna cut out anyway, man. I've been here for 2 hours. I hope I didn't bend your ear too badly, man. Please hit me with a thumbs up, a sub if you haven't already. I appreciate you coming over here, man. Always a good buzz. I wind down now and take care of everything, man. Take nothing for granted, because like I stated earlier, man. I hear more and more people are passing or dying now, and it's part of the circle. I just got this. I just got this thing in the mail the other day. Do I have it here? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, man. Hey, I got a little postcard. Hey, Bruce goes in there. Bruce Gas. Bruce Gas. But anyway, look at that, man. The class of 1972 is having its 50th year reunion August 27th. at Perella's Restaurante. Mo boxing, my bro. Salute, man. Salute. But that's me, man. That's the class of 1972, 50 years. And I can only imagine. I hope people are still hanging in there. Man, I don't know, man. Maybe we're all just way over the hill. But I just hope they're they're gonna fucking wheel them in. Walkers, fucking the teachers are probably all dead. Maybe maybe some would come in with their nurse. They're gonna the menu. Probably a steak. Okay, throw this one in the blender. How do you like your steak? Medium? Okay. But it's going to be interesting. And I figure life's too short. It's one of these things where, I'm going to go to the next one, the next one. I never went to one class reunion in my life. I just, they didn't interest me. But this one kind of interests me. This 50 years, 50 years. A lot of people don't even live 50 years. So I'm gonna go there and check it out, and I don't know if we don't shake hands anymore. I give him a fucking fist bump, Tell them I'm still digging boxing if they don't remember I did, and I'll bring a bunch of joints with me because we're not gonna pass any fucking blunts around out in the parking lot, but goddamn well I'm gonna have a couple of them in my pockets, one for me and one for whoever was out there and smoked one with me. Because man, you shitting me? I was smoking in 70, 71, and 72, and that's I figure it's gonna be a good time, man. I don't even remember anybody I hated in high school. I hope nobody hated me. And I remember a lot of them, man. A lot of them are dead now. It's like, fuck, how can you hate somebody who's gone? Oh, well, they stole my lunch. Well, they're fucking dead. You win, But I just wanted to share that out there, man, before I say goodnight, man. And that's going to be one of the things I do, man. That's coming up, man. We're also getting ready. We're going to have the Curtis Anderson birthday dinner, soup to nuts. And I'm going to give you a date on that. Stay with me, man. Hit me up. Anybody that wants to get involved with, we're going to go down to Newark, New Jersey. Curtis lives right on the outsides of on the outskirts of Newark, man. We're going to be in a banquet hall, with a hotel nearby, right near the airport. If anybody wants to come along, come on in. Bang some fists. Mo boxing, man. Make that trip, brother. I know a lot of people have committed to it, man. It's and the list kind of blows my mind because it's going to be a great thing, man. We're gonna have dinner, soup to nuts, man. That's what Curtis used to say all the time. And we're gonna have a toast, and we're gonna have some. I hope some people that I'm hoping go there can get up and say a few words, and it's just gonna be a good time, man. Just the spirit of the brother being there, man. To me, it's gonna be worth it. And like I said earlier, I don't give a fuck if only 4 people. I know 4 people for sure are gonna go. I know I probably know 10 people for sure, but 4 that I know that I talk to, that I have their numbers. I talk to them all the time, almost every day, twice a week. It's weird how we get this camaraderie, but Curtis was one of the cats where I miss the man so much, and I'd like to do that for him, and and then it's up to me, bro. But it's in October. It's the weekend after the 5th. That's his birthday. We're gonna do it on the 5th, but that's a Wednesday, so it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 6th, 7th, 8th. So it'll be on the 8th of October. 8th is Saturday, right? I hope. But anyway, man, my woman that lives across the street from me, she's in the hospitality industry, and I mentioned it to her, and she, oh yeah, I can help you set that up, and blah blah blah. And it's like nice. It's like just to get the ball rolling. Cause it's I said it. It's on me. It's going to be done. And I'm not looking for any backing or anything like that. We're just going to get it taken care of. I'll do what I can, and man, It's going to happen, and and anybody that wants to come down and share some memories of Kurt, and have a dinner in his honor. We're going to do that, man. So anyway, man, take care of yourselves. And remember, as everybody says, man, it's getting to be more and more cliche. Nobody's getting out of here alive, man. And everybody who step on the way up, man, you're gonna meet them on the way back down. So be nice. Peace. Click. Gone. Bye-bye.